Welcome back, one and all, to Random Gaming Ninja. It's time for some nostalgia. Paper Mario on PC, utilizing Project 64. To be honest, as long as you have the appropriate virus protection software, feel free to utilize this platform as you see fit. Be cautious, be kind, only donate if you feel the need to. You're not obligated to donate. You'll have to wait 30 seconds when you don't donate to start up the emulator each time you load in. Not a huge problem. This game is from my childhood. Games like this, Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shard, Kingdom of the Crystal Shards? I'm not sure. Star Fox 64, Smash Brothers, so many others, including one that you may not know called Mischief Makers. So I've already played this game enough to know all of the dialogue. So thanks to my photographic memory, I'm not going to take the time to read all of that. If you want to know all the dialogue, please feel free to either play the game yourself, watch videos of it on like YouTube or something. You know, feel free to enjoy this game to your heart's content because it holds a special place in my heart. And even on GameCube with the Thousand Year Door Paper Mario, that game also holds a special place in my heart. With all that said, let's make our way through this tutorial. So with Project 64, I've had to map my buttons to my Xbox One controller, which can be a little weird, but once you get used to it, that's fine. It's like learning a new controller, which is not like unknown territory. I know quite a bit about this game. I might not know 100% of it, but with everything I do know, it will help me complete this game with as much fun and enjoyment as possible. Hopefully we can get through this intro sequence as quickly as possible, get straight into the gameplay. For those of you who are new to the game, I apologize for any spoilers. If you want to learn all this for yourself first time, please, observe it yourself in your own fashion. If you're not worried about spoilers, continue watching. But, fair warning, spoilers for what's coming up. But I'm not the first individual who has played this game, posting it to YouTube. So I just feel the need to include spoiler warnings. So I really love Paper Mario games. I've played this one, Thousand Year Door, and I even tried the one that came out on the Wii, but unfortunately my ownership of the Wii did not last very long, so it was short-lived and I only got to play a little bit of it. It had some very interesting aspects. But unfortunately, life happens and I was unable to maximize on playing that version, and that's okay. That's life, and I'm okay with it. I'll maybe get the chance to try again, continue playing through that one. The one with the pixelated butterfly, I didn't get very far. Between moving apartments, joining the Air Force, and so many other scenarios, I just didn't have the time to play. And then we eventually got rid of our Wii. Because we weren't playing it, we weren't touching it, it was collecting dust. So I left it behind with family members. We sold off what we could. And that's life, you know? You make the best choices you can in the moments that you have. So, that's just where I'm at. But I love the Paper Mario series. And there's a game coming up on Steam, like next year, I think, that is almost Paper Mario-esque. I saw it in like a YouTube short. I forget what it is. It's like Escape from something. Maybe I'll take a look. It's on my wish list. Escape from Ever After. So I've downloaded the demo and I'll take the time to play it. But for now, I'm enjoying this. Oh, gosh, I love these games. Like, the play style, the storytelling. There's so many different things that I love. Excuse me. So many things that I love about this game. Especially Thousand Year Door. Like that one, you can do action commands immediately. This one, you have to wait till you get to a certain point to do action commands like blocking and, you know, enhancing your attack patterns using the A button to activate actions. In Thousand Year Door, you can activate the B button for super block. But in this version, super block is not a thing. I am so happy. I cannot describe in detail how happy I am that I'm able to play Nintendo 64 games on my laptop using an Xbox One controller of all things. Like, sure, I could be using mouse and keyboard, but I tried that, and it's not ideal, honestly. I'm sure for those of you who are already familiar, I have an Xbox One, Xbox original emulator on my laptop that is able to emulate games that I have. But according to the archive, you're unable to download games from that because they're all locked at this point, which is truly a shame. I should have taken the time to download more when I had the chance. But c'est la vie, which is, I think it's French for thus is life. Alright, saved. So, as far as this starting sequence, I'm pretty sure in order to get the story moving, you have to first and foremost speak with this gentleman here on the back patio, Goomba, who is just like a Goomba grandpa of the family. And then you can speak with this gentleman here who just fixed the gate. And then this annoying Cammy Koopa comes in and makes things difficult for everyone. Boom. Block your path. And the Father Goomba is not happy. He just fixed that gate. Normally, I would save after this long conversation, but I'm confident in my abilities to make it through the prologue without, losing all of my hit points. And after that dialogue, this balcony disappears and you are able to continue the story. And because you've made a paper, you safely land on the ground. Look at that landing. This gentleman is here, unharmed, thank goodness. He probably had the same or similar landing that we had. So, he'll temporarily join us, and we will make our way through here. He has lots of useful information, so I'm just going to take the time to gather all of the items available, such as coins in the bushes. I know where the hammer is. I'm avoiding it on purpose for now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get the hammer. And that's the B button, which I've mapped to my controller as the left bumper. It's weird that they add these blocks here, and they're kind of useless except for this one. This tree is useful. You're going to want to utilize that later on. There we go. And next up is a battle, so I'm going to save, even though I'm confident in my abilities. And now we have to deal with a bully. This bully is just a guy who's out to prove himself. Eventually you reconcile with him, but throughout the majority of the story, he is a nuisance. So for now, I can't block until I get the action abilities later on. You have to progress the story to get to that point. So for now, it's all single turn-based items. I'm just getting warmed up. Yeah, you're a silly guy. That's okay. I really enjoy the story mechanics of this game. The very first time that I played through, it really, it awakened something in me. Games like this, back when I first had the N64. And that led to my love of games. And that's okay. Alright. Now we can move on. First item of the game, a mushroom. Heal up. You need the advanced hammer for that one. I don't know what's hiding in this block, but I'll try and figure out where the more advanced hammer is eventually. Alright, get this fire flower. Save that for the boss fight or something. I'll admit that I'm not great at games, but that's fine. Normally I would preemptively attack that Goomba, but there's a heart space back there if I need it. Gosh, these guys give so little friggin' heart pieces. Gotcha. First strike. And I may not have Goombario at this point, but I will use my hammer. Try and jump on a spike Goomba. You know what happens when you land on a spike. It's no fun. Okay, so they give one more star point versus regular Goombas. Boom, jumped on ya. First strike. And with that, you lose your wings. So, I will make it through these beginning stages of the game, progressing the story, and I'll probably end this recording right around the 30-minute mark, just for upload purposes, because I don't have the greatest PC in the world. But I intend to make a second video for today. Probably record either Star Fox or something. I also have Kirby and the Crystal Shards. Goodness. I forgot this beginning area is very weak. Weak sauce. The main priority was the star piece. So star pieces are useful later on in the game because you can purchase badges once you get to Toad Town, or sorry, the main town. I'll showcase that later. Here we go. Alright. The Grandpa Goomba reunites with his family. And after all that, I will give little Goombaria her dolly. So it's important to keep information in mind because there's a special individual in this game who gives quizzes, and if you memorize the information, you'll be able to earn star pieces, which are good for earning badges. Since I already know about all of this, I'm not going to waste my time. Goombario will join me on my adventure, and that will be awesome because he has an ability called Tattle that lets me know information about my enemies. You only have to use it once per enemy. It gives you all their little details about what kind of defense and attack power or weaknesses that they have. Oops. There we go. So yeah, his ability is very useful. Man, I am... Despite the fact that I've practiced with these buttons, I'm not good with them even now. Alright, let's continue, shall we? Nice. Alright, so, utilizing Goombario, I'm going to tattle on this enemy. He'll give me all the deets, and I can use my hammer to finish off this fight. From this point on, that enemy's hit points will appear on screen every time. One-time use, eternal revelation. See? Just like that. Now you will know their stats forevermore. Easy. Now I can head bonk them, and so on, to end the fight. And if I need to, I can go back to the Goomba village, sleep it up in the little inn, regain all of my stats. Boom. So, even though I only have 5 flower points, I will utilize the badge that I have, which I forgot to apply immediately. So once this fight is over, we'll go ahead and slap that badge on. Power jump. Easy peasy. Almost halfway to a level up. Alright, so the badge that we got from the Goomba Grandpa. Power jump. Easy. Now we can use that in battle whenever we want. Wow, I hit the wrong button there. I'm not used to the button mapping just yet, and that's okay. Alright, so in a battle like this, even though they've only got 2 HP, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Goombario, tattle on this guy, so I have his stats forevermore. We take a little bit of damage, and that's okay. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. So I could do my power jump, but I'm not going to. That's a waste of my flower points. Instead, we'll just finish this off. And now we have that enemy stats forevermore. There should be a heal point up ahead. Oh, look at that. We got a heart from that guy. Nice. Whoa. Alright, spiky guy. Okay. We're gonna just tattle on this guy real quick. They have the same hit points as regular Goomba, but you have to hit them with a hammer. Otherwise, you get spiked. I'll take 1 damage, and that's okay. Not a big deal. Regular Goombas, you can either stomp or jump. The difference between regular Goombas and spiked Goombas is spiked Goombas give 1 more star point. Oops. There we go. Close call badge. So, since I have the badge points, I will activate Close Call. When you're in danger, which is low HP at 5 HP, sometimes enemies will fail to attack. Which means rarely, based off of, RGN, or RNG, RNG, they will fail to land their hit. I missed. I was too late on my strike. Alright, well, I have 5 HP, and I don't feel like... I'm just going to use a mushroom. Kind of a waste of a turn, and that's okay. It's just a game. No big deal. I could have taken all this damage and I would have only been at 2 HP. But that's okay. We're gonna take care of this fight regardless. Oh, Paragoombas give 3 star points. Okay, that's good information. Alright, using the power jump, I'll end the one Goomba, and then using the head bonk, I will end the other. That's 9 star points total. Easy. And I get a heart point back. Oh, look. Easy. Fully restored. Let's see here. There should be... Yep, enemies right here. Story-driven. Red and blue. They have significant stats that are only slightly higher. Their attack patterns are still 1 damage per. So... tattle on this guy, and they should have the same stats. So power jump you, and same for you, little tattle. Oh, you have more HP. Alright, so I'll have you. No, that is not what I wanted. Oh my god, I meant to headbutt. What did I do? Okay. Well, that's fine. I made a mistake. Okay. Well, let's restore some flower power. Okay, close calls coming in clutch. Well, at least it didn't increase his attack power. And there's always a chance that he'll miss. Oh, I'm in peril. That's okay. There's a heart block just back the other way. Alright. We are very close to leveling up. Just keep in mind, the more you level up, your final boss, Bowser, scales to your level. Well, that was pointless. Alright, so the spin dash is good for speeding up. There we go. I'm not gonna save because I know that I'm good for this fight. Holy crud, am I really that bad at this? My goodness. Alright, should get a free mushroom here. Nope. Enemy. Man, I really stink at this. That's right. I'm going to use up my flower points. I'm not worried about it. There's a heart block. Just back the other way. And there's a chance that enemies will drop either heart points, flower points, or coins upon defeat. So let's see what we get. Flower points. Well, I want to be fully healed for Goomba King's Fortress, even though I know I'll be able to defeat him and that his hit points are just simple. He only does 1 damage per attack. Alright, let's get this battle underway. $87. You know what? Taking everything into consideration, it's better if I level up now. Because you get 20 star points when you fight the Goomba King. So you're better off at this point leveling up. If I had specifically 80 hit point or star points, yeah, if I had 80 star points, that would justify going to fight them now. But you don't get extra on top of what you already have. It doesn't carry over. So it makes more sense for me to go and level up versus anything else. So that's what I'll do. Couple of battles, I'll level up, and that's more star points versus wasting my time. Nine star points, easy level up. And I'll take more flower points. Next, I'll do badge points. Okay, that was unnecessary. Alright, now I'll continue. Easy. Save right here. Alright. On to the next fight. Ooh, big scary enemy. But not really. Oh, King Goomba, help us. We're so weak we got defeated by Mario. Oh, we're so silly. Yep. This is the only path forward. Oh boy. Well, as much as you cheer your king on, he doesn't have any higher attack power than you two chumps. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my hammer and whack this Goomnut tree. Boom, boom, boom. 2 less enemies to deal with. You go ahead and tell me his stats. HP at 10 and only 1 attack power, no defense. Wow. He was, however, able to use the tree to his advantage. The last time I fought him, he didn't do that. He just did the spin kick that he's showcasing right now. That's the first time I've seen him use the jump attack that causes the Goomnuts to fall in quite some time. 30 star points. If I had done this before leveling up, that would have wasted so many star points. Alright, now then. Star point, or star piece, my bad. Okay, nothing here. And this thing should have a coin. No, no coin. Here we go. Boom. That activates this cutscene. Enjoy. Oh no! You've activated the emergency button that will destroy my castle! My precious castle that's made of paper! Bro, that's not much of a castle. I think your true goal, your dream, was to be launched into the background, leaving only a bridge behind that we can cross. Continuing the story. Alright, 1 coin from that. Of course, Kammy Koopa is keeping eyes on us. Silly witch. Alright, we'll save and continue here, but this is coming up on the tail end of the recording. So, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button with your ninja star. I will finish up this section and we'll move on. And so we meet the next group of individuals that will be the boss of the next area. They have a very interesting motif that is rather similar to another motif. Can you guess what that is? There's 4 turtles with different colored headbands. And there are other factors to consider. If you know the reference, leave it in the comments. I'm not going to spoil it. I want you to guess. Alright, I'm going to probably sell that. We'll see. Alright. Here's a badge. Hammer throw. I'm going to go ahead and add that right now. Turn that off, turn this on. Hammer throw is much better than close call at this point in time. That's up to the individual. Whatever you prefer is totally up to you. Alright, we're in Toad Town. I'm going to get to the save block, and that'll probably be the end of the episode. So, if you liked this video, please like, subscribe, all the good stuff. I hope you enjoyed. The next part's coming right up. I'm going to continue this series all the way through to the final. There we go. Alright. I hope you all liked this. I appreciate you all for joining in, watching, subscribing, liking. And if you feel the need, share it with others that you think might enjoy. And I will see you all in the shadows of games everywhere. Farewell for now.